Thanks for tuning in. You're watching ARIRANG News Break. I'm Han-daeun in Seoul. We begin with efforts to boost Korea's youth employment. Creating jobs for young people and women has always been high on the agenda of the Park Geun-hye administration as it seeks to revamp the ailing economy. Now it's announcing a new set of measures to tackle the issue, and this time the focus is on resolving the mismatch in the labor market. Hwang Ji-hye for us this afternoon.
The Korean government is gearing up to take on the role of job coordinator, announcing a fresh set of measures to support job creation initiatives benefiting young people and women. The government said Wednesday it will designate a special employment day to connect job seekers and corporations.
At the nation's 17 innovation centers, we will hold an Employment Day event every month. We will also hold other job fairs in designated industries and promote projects connecting companies and undergraduates. Through these events, we aim to facilitate employment for 40,000 job seekers this year.
The government also plans to provide some financial support to young job seekers while also encouraging them to work at smaller firms. A majority of young people pin their hopes on landing a job at a large conglomerate like Hyundai or Samsung because smaller-sized companies often offer lower wages. Part of the government's plan is to give young people cash incentives of up to $5,000 if they sign up to work at a small or medium-sized company for a minimum of 2 years. The government will also extend the repayment period for student loans for people with an income of less than $18,000. Korea's youth unemployment rate hit a record high in February, and the figure has stayed at the double-digit level for a second straight month in March, stoking concerns of a dwindling labor force. The government's plan to raise the female labor participation rate involves allowing women workers to take a portion of their maternity leave while they're pregnant. The state will also provide a tax credit for small and mid-sized firms that hire women whose careers have been interrupted due to childbirth and child-rearing. Hwang Ji-hye, ARIRANG News.
President Park Geun-hye has expressed her hope to meet with the leaders of Korea's three main political parties following her trip to Iran next week. The parties have responded relatively positively to the proposal, and hopes are rising that the meeting could start to untangle some of the long-pending issues held up in Parliament. Park Ji-won has more.
The ruling Saenuri party, still leaking its wounds following its defeat in the general election, has welcomed the president's move, saying there has to be a concerted effort from the government and the National Assembly to press on amid the security crisis and economic slowdown. The interim leader of the main opposition Minju Party of Korea, Kim Jong-in, was more cautious, saying his party would consider the idea once President Park officially calls a four-way meeting. The minor opposition People's Party says it will positively examine the meeting when the president's office makes an official proposal. The party said it's always ready to talk and cooperate to improve the people's livelihoods, but stressed the meeting needs to focus on producing tangible results. At a meeting with the head editors of Korea's news networks on Tuesday, President Park said she wanted to meet with the political leaders after she returns from her 4-day trip to Iran early next week. It appears the meeting, if confirmed, will take place in early May or mid-May. Park Ji-won, ARIRANG News.
The date has been set for North Korea's ruling Workers' Party Congress, the first of its kind in 36 years. The Congress had been used as a tool to cement the Kim family's dictatorial rule in the past, and likewise, the Hermit Kingdom's young leader is expected to officially declare the beginning of the Kim Jong-un era at this year's event. Unification Ministry correspondent Connie Kim with more.
North Korea has announced that its 7th ruling Workers' Party Congress will be held on Friday, May 6th in Pyongyang. It'll be the first time in 36 years for the North to convene the event. Although the specific itinerary is unknown, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un is expected to cement his position as supreme leader and lay out his plan to continue the so-called Pyeongjin policy of simultaneous nuclear and economic development. The convention will also discuss the party's long-term projects and set party lines. Since announcing its plans to hold the event back in October last year, The North has been mobilizing its citizens to prepare for the rare Congress and has been holding rubber stamp elections to select delegations for the event. The party conference, however, is expected to be a mostly domestic event, with few foreign guests attending, given the level of North Korea's isolation following its recent nuclear missile provocations. 177 delegations from 118 countries, including China and Russia, attended the Sixth Party Congress in October 1980. However, in an effort to promote the event, the North has reportedly allowed some foreign press to cover the Congress that's expected to last 3 to 4 days. Connie Kim, ARIRANG News.
Korea and the United States have inked a deal to expand their cooperation on space exploration. The agreement signed today in Seoul is expected to help Korean scientists make greater contributions to space programs on an international scale by giving Korea an opportunity to invest in and work with U.S. space technology. The deal touches on a possible joint exploration of Mars, projects involving the International Space Station and satellite imagery. It also covers co-development of space technology designed to address issues here on Earth, from climate change to natural disasters and food security. This is the first time the U.S. has signed a space cooperation deal with an Asian country and follows the first bilateral space cooperation meeting held in Washington in 2014 and President Park Geun-hye's U.S. visit in October 2015. It was another Super Tuesday in the United States. Voters in 5 states, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Connecticut, Delaware, and Rhode Island, cast their ballots in primaries that brought the frontrunners closer to the presidential nomination finish line. According to U.S. broadcasters, including CNN and ABC News, Republican frontrunner Donald Trump won by a landslide in all 5 states and shattered the newfound alliance between his rivals, Ted Cruz and John Kasich. The billionaire real estate mogul looks very close to clinching the GOP nomination. On the other side, Democratic frontrunner Hillary Clinton also moved closer to locking down the nomination, winning Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Maryland, and Delaware. Bernie Sanders won Rhode Island, and though he has pledged to stay in the race until the convention, his path to the nomination has become almost all but impossible. And that's all for now from all of us here at ARIRANG. Thank you for watching.